Happy New Year everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We've got a new video intro, we've got some new camera gear right here, and I'm looking forward to making a whole bunch of new videos covering a much wider range of topics to help you guys travel the world using your credit card points and your loyalty programs. I wanted to begin the first video of 2021 by thinking about the credit card game from a beginner's perspective. What are the best credit cards to get if you're new to the game, if you're looking to maximize your credit cards? Where do you start? Now, there's actually a whole bunch of different answers to this question. There's a lot of different ways to start and different credit cards to begin with. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 best credit cards for beginners in 2021, in my opinion, in order from the least intimidating to the most intimidating. And it's up to you where to start. So if you enjoy these videos, make sure to hit like and subscribe just as the video is starting, which definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps other people find these videos as well. And without further ado, let's get started with beginner card number 1. The number 1 least intimidating way that'll help you get started collecting points, which will help you travel the world better, is to start with the only no annual fee Aeroplan co-branded credit card, the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card. Now there's actually a lot of no annual fee credit cards in Canada, but let me tell you why I think this one is the best one to start with if you're into travel. The Aeroplan program has historically in Canada been one of the best options for booking high value travel using your points. So that means that you're earning your points and you're not just getting a fixed return on it like you would with cashback, but instead you're using those points to unlock higher value when you're booking travel. So that would include, economy class tickets that would otherwise cost you a lot of money, or perhaps business class or first class travel. Now, the new Aeroplan program, which launched in November of last year, has only reinforced its position as the dominant program in Canada for booking high-value travel, which is ultimately what we care about mostly here on this channel. And that's why I think a no annual fee credit card that gives you access to the Aeroplan program is one of the best beginner cards to start with in 2021. Even though the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card has no annual fee, it still gives you a welcome bonus of 10,000 Aeroplan points, which by our valuations here at Prince of Travel is worth about $210. And you can't really argue with that as a sign-up bonus for a card that has no annual fee. And on top of that, this no annual fee credit card still gives you access to the preferred pricing benefit as part of the Aeroplan program, which gives you a discount on every Aeroplan flight that you redeem for. You can check out this article over on the blog for the details about preferred pricing. But basically, even just by having the entry-level no annual fee Aeroplan credit card, you still unlock the bulk of the discount that's available under preferred pricing. So it's a pretty strong benefit in exchange for paying no annual fee year after year. For me, this card is one of the best places for a newcomer to dip their toes into the game and get started without the burden of having to pay an annual fee. And if in the future you recognize the value of paying a fee and unlocking higher rewards as a result, then you can always upgrade your no-fee CIBC Aeroplan card to one of the higher tier cards out there, like the Visa Infinite or the Visa Infinite Privilege. Alright, so that's number 1. Number 2 best beginner card for 2021, and indeed for the past couple of years, is the American Express Gold Rewards card. Now, even though there's an annual fee of $150 on this card, the sign-up bonus of 30,000 membership rewards points easily outweighs that fee, and in my view, it's one of the best cards to get introduced to the membership rewards ecosystem, which is one of the key points programs that we collect here in Canada. By the way, that sign-up bonus is broken down into 25,000 points upon spending $1,500 in the first 3 months, as well as 5,000 points for adding a supplementary card at the time of application. And this bonus of 30,000 points is only available if you apply through a referral link, not if you apply through the public offer. Now, you might be wondering, why are membership rewards points so valuable? Well, the answer is because of their flexibility in transferring to other partners. You can transfer your 30,000 MR points to Aeroplan at a 1-to-1 ratio and end up with 30,000 Aeroplan points, or you can transfer them to programs like British Airways Avios, also at a 1-to-1 ratio, and you have that versatility and flexibility in determining where to transfer your points depending on your travel goals and what you want to book. Now, on top of that, the Gold Rewards card also offers a pretty competitive return on your everyday spending, at least by Canadian standards. You'll get 2 times the points on gas, groceries, drugstores, and travel purchases, and 1 times the points on everything else. So it's not the strongest return. There's going to be stronger returns that we cover in this video, but for an annual fee of $150 and a sign-up bonus of 30,000 MR points as well, it's really a pretty good starting point. And if you like the card, if you do find value in that 30,000 point sign-up bonus, eventually when you redeem it for travel, whether it's through Aeroplan or Avios, then you can start dabbling with some of the higher end American Express cards, like the Business Gold, like the Platinum card, like the Business Platinum card, with higher sign-up bonuses, even though they have higher annual fees attached as well. Okay, so number 3 best beginner credit card in Canada is going to be one of the perennial favorites of the Canadian credit card market ever since it was introduced a few years ago, and that's going to be the American Express Cobalt card. You can think of the Cobalt as a monthly subscription, like your Netflix or your Spotify. It's got a $10 monthly fee, which works out to an annual fee of $120 if you want to compare it to some of the other options. It has a sign-up bonus that's also delivered monthly. So during the first 12 months, during each month that you spend $500 on the card, you'll earn 2,500 MR Select points, for a total of 30,000 MR Select points in the first year. What makes the Cobalt card so special though and so popular among Canadian cardholders, especially in the millennial young professional market, is its elevated earning rate of 5 times the points on food and drinks. So that includes everything that you're likely to spend money on right now for food and drinks, like food delivery services or grocery orders, as well as in the future when we're dining out, when we're going out to bars and cafes again, all the food and drinks earns 5 times the points on this card. Now that's obviously a very, very powerful benefit, and keep in mind that you can actually maximize the 5x earning rate even further if you go to the grocery store and purchase gift cards at other places that you might shop, like clothing stores or electronic stores or the LCBO for your alcohol. You'll earn 5 times the points on all those purchases because you're purchasing gift cards at a grocery store and then using those gift cards to spend at these other retailers. For many beginners and newcomers to the credit card rewards game, the Cobalt card is one of the simplest and one of the most rewarding one-stop shop solutions to get started with earning points on your daily purchases, getting that initial sign-up bonus, and feeling very, very rewarded for that 5x earning rate, which is one of the strongest in Canada. Now the caveat or the downside with the Cobalt card is that remember that it earns MR Select points, not regular MR points. MR Select points cannot be transferred to airlines like Aeroplan or Avios at a 1-to-1 ratio. Instead, they can only be transferred to hotel partners such as Marriott Bonvoy or redeemed directly through the American Express program. Now, most people find value in transferring to Marriott and using the Cobalt points to take care of their hotel stays when they're traveling. And I would say that's also one of the highest value ways to redeem the points that you're earning at a 5 times earning rate on the Cobalt. Alright, so we've covered 3 really strong beginner cards for Canadians who want to travel the world. Beginner card, the 4th, is going to be the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite. Now, I would say that the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite is a good beginner card for 2 reasons. Number 1, it allows you to earn Aeroplan points just like the CIBC Aeroplan card that we first covered, with Aeroplan points being one of the most valuable currencies in Canada for high value travel. And the second reason is that right now, as part of the sign-up bonus benefit, you get an Air Canada Buddy Pass, which is essentially a buy one get one free voucher when you book someone else traveling with you on the same Air Canada ticket within North America. So if you're somebody who usually travels as a couple or as a family, then the Air Canada Buddy Pass will save you that second passenger's ticket price. You don't have to pay the base fare, you only pay the taxes and fees. And that basically is a huge chunk of value if you're the type of traveler who's going to book a ticket for 2 people somewhere within Canada, US, or Mexico over the upcoming year or so. Now, along with the Air Canada Buddy Pass, the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite is also offering 10,000 Aeroplan points as a sign-up bonus right now. That's a bit low compared to previous offers that we've seen on this card. So if you don't really place much value in the Buddy Pass, let's say you're a solo traveler or you just prefer to fly business class and first class and you're not interested in economy class flights on paid fares within North America, then I would recommend waiting until after January 17th, 2021, because the sign-up bonus is likely to change at that date, and we're all hoping for a little bit higher of a sign-up bonus in terms of the Aeroplan points on this card after January 17th. Right now, the card is also offering a first-year fee waiver on the $139 annual fee, and in my opinion, the first year waiver is quite likely to continue after January 17th as well, but we'll have to wait and see. The TD Aeroplan is also one of the stronger cards out of this set of beginner cards that we're talking about in terms of the ongoing card benefits. You'll get a free first check bag on Air Canada flights for yourself and up to 8 other passengers on the same reservation, and those can really add up if you think about it. Usually Air Canada charges $30 per checked bag. If it's a round-trip flight, that's $60 per person. If you have a family of 4, that's instantly $240 in benefits for a single round trip. You've also got the preferred pricing benefit that we talked about before that gives you a discount on Aeroplan redemptions on Air Canada flights. And on top of that, you have a $100 Nexus credit for signing up for the Nexus service and smoothing out your travels between Canada and the US. So overall, I would say that the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite is a good starting point if you envision yourself traveling with Air Canada fairly frequently. And if you want to travel as a couple or as a family, then the current offer of the Air Canada Buddy Pass is pretty attractive. If that doesn't interest you, then maybe wait a little bit for better offers with juicier Aeroplan points sign-up bonuses to come around. And finally, the 5th beginner card of 2021 that I'm going to mention, and this one's a bit unique because I've found that beginners tend to come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Some beginners are interested in dipping their toes in at the shallow end of the pool, and they just want to start getting accustomed to maximizing the rewards on their credit cards without having to pay too much in fees. But I've also spoken to other beginners who are more interested in jumping right in. They just want to maximize everything, maximize the juiciest offers out there, even if they do have to pay a fee. If the ends justify the means, then they're game. And for those beginners, I would recommend the American Express Aeroplan Reserve card, which currently has one of the highest sign-up bonuses on the market of 75,000 Aeroplan points upon signing up, spending $3,000 in the first 3 months, and then spending $1,000 in each of the first 6 months. So perhaps you'll recall from last year that there was an offer for 75,000 points that was part of a waitlist when you signed up with American Express. That waitlist offer has expired as of December 31st, but there's actually another link on the Air Canada website for a total of 75,000 Aeroplan points. You don't have to be on the waitlist. You'll get 45,000 Aeroplan points upon spending $3,000 in the first 3 months. You'll also get 5,000 Aeroplan points for each of the first 6 months that you spend $1,000, for a total of 30,000 points there and a total of 75,000 points as the overall sign-up bonus. The annual fee is $599, offset by a $100 statement credit in the first year. Now, of course, that can be a little bit intimidating, but remember, if you're a beginner who's ready to dive right in and maximize your rewards from the get-go, then the 75,000 Aeroplan points you're getting as a sign-up bonus is already enough for a business class flight over to Europe, and it's almost enough for a business class flight over to Asia, potentially with a stopover in Europe as well. And as a premium Aeroplan credit card, not only does the Aeroplan Reserve give you the first free check bag on Air Canada flights, but it also gives you priority check-in, priority boarding, and access to the Maple Leaf lounges prior to your flight. So those are going to be super useful benefits if you do travel with Air Canada often, especially the Maple Leaf Lounge access within North America on an unlimited basis. So that brings us to the end of the video. We've talked about 5 beginner credit cards in 2021 that I think are great for newcomers to the credit card game. To recap, we have the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card, the only no annual fee card on this list. We have the American Express Gold card, which is a great way to get introduced to the membership rewards ecosystem. We have the American Express Cobalt card, which is popular for its 5x earning rates on food and drinks. Then there's the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite, which is a good choice if you're traveling as a couple or a family and you want to earn Aeroplan points as well. And finally, there's the American Express Aeroplan Reserve card, which is perfect for the beginners out there who want to get started maximizing their points straight away with the 75,000 Aeroplan points sign-up bonus that's available right now. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the Prince of Travel YouTube channel in high definition this time. Just click the subscribe button below the video. And if you really enjoyed the video, then consider supporting Prince of Travel and unlocking some extra content and interaction on the side by joining over 150 other members on the Prince of Travel Patreon service, the link to which is in the description down below. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of my picks for the 5 best beginner credit cards in Canada for 2021? Would you have chosen any cards differently and why? and I'll see you in the next video. Ricky, talk slower.